Hello, I'm Caloy Villanueva. For those who still remember me, I used to have a speed shop, a modest, personalized speed shop during the 80s by the name of Caloy's Performance. And that shop, which I ran, catered to specifically Mitsubishi engines. And that time, I used to bring in racing parts from abroad to supplement my engine rebuilding passion, and also some kits that I used to modify and soup up engines. And that went on for the past 35 years, from the time of the normally aspirated Weber induction systems up to the present turbo setups and blown engines. However, in conjunction with that passion of mine in setting up race engines, I also had the passion of going outdoors, camping, traveling. So, with that in mind, I bought a LN106 Toyota 4x4 from Toyota Quezon Avenue way back in 1994. And about a year thereafter, I brought it to 199 Off-Road House doon kay Ramon Toong. Ramon, shout out to you kung naalala mo pa ako. You did a wonderful build on my Hilux. Nung araw ko, konti pa mga gumagawa. Parang ikaw lang yata nung mga panahon na yon. And of course, you know, the parts we ordered are really top of the line, like Warn, you know, Downy, Downy leaf springs, and Confer, and Draw Tight, no? Yun ang mga parts na binili natin nung araw, that we ordered for that pickup. Anyway, so I used that pickup in my journeys, in my travels, you know. Actually, nung araw, wala pa yung word na overlanding. It was basically camping, traveling, you know, that sort of thing, trailing, you know. Pero yung word na overlanding na ngayon, napaka-usong-uso na. Kasi ngayon, meron tayong glamping, tent pitching, overlanding, car camping, you know. Nung araw kasi, actually, the purpose of this video is to underscore the things that I have been doing before, all about engines, DIYing, you know, moving on to camping, up to today, no? So, this review, or a little bit of a throwback scenario, is not a paid ad or sponsored, no? Itong mga ipapakita ko sa inyo na nakakabit sa pickup ko is only a modest setup, no? It's not meant for four-wheeling. It's not meant for trailing. It's just meant for getting me from point A to point B. Na kung sakali may konting rough road na dadaanan, pwede siyang ma-negotiate, okay? Pagka nabalaho ng konti dyan, makakaalis naman. Because basically, you know, guys, I go solo camping. So, yun. So, basically, lumalabas ako, solo lang. Pag sinabi mo solo, wala akong ka-convoy, wala akong kasama. Ganun lang yun. I feel more emancipated, more free that way. Anytime I want to live, any day, weekday, I can do that. I can go to the places I want to go to. Like, you know, I've tried going to, I spent about 10, 12 days in the Cordilleras with my driver. It was really an experience, negotiating those one-way roads, those steep climbs, the hairpin turns, etc. You know, it was very well, I could say enjoyable and thrilling. I've gone to places like Nueva Ecija, Nueva Vizcaya, faraway places, no? So, well, it's a good form of therapy, especially at my age now. I was retired more than about 20 years ago. So, I'm just enjoying my time now, unwinding and, letting off steam and communing with nature. That's basically the whole idea of this camping, overlanding scenario. Actually, yung word pala na overlanding, well, it's basically just as simple as you travel to a place over the land. You go there via the land or over the land, no? As differentiated from going there by plane or by sea. So, there are a lot of terminologies nowadays that are coming up, like car camping. What is car camping? That's why the advent of technology, the advent of enthusiasm as far as the outdoors are concerned, is actually driving us crazy. We are subjected to the boodles, no, the so-called quote-unquote boodles. We keep on buying. Actually, in the States, they call this the gas syndrome. Gear acquisition syndrome. Bili ka ng bili kahit hindi mo naman kailangan. Bili ka ng bili ng tent. Nakasampung tent ka na, bibili ka pa ulit. I mean, things like that. It becomes addictive, no? So, with buying stuff for your rigs, siyempre ganun, pag hindi mo na, pagsawa ka na, like for example, lumabas yung side awning. Ngayon, meron na naman 270 na awning. Walang katapusan eh. O, meron tayong ground tent. Meron tayong swag. Tapos, nauuso naman yung RTT. So, it's a never-ending process of discovery, of buying merchandise and products. All in the spirit of adventure. So, come along with me in this narrative and let me walk you through the modes of my pickup. Happy camping! Okay. Good morning sa inyo. I will just describe yung mga konting mga mods ko rito sa aking rig, itong aking Hilux Bigo, yung mga konting dinagdag ko. And I'm also going to do a review, no? Okay, so as a disclaimer, I am not in any way sponsored here or paid to do this ad, no? Kung ano nakikita niyo rito, sariling sikap to, sariling pera. So, in terms of the review naman, I will not make comparisons with other brands as a courtesy to some of my friends who are also outfitters kasi magkakaroon ng bias, no? Ito ang binili ko dahil hindi ko na i-compare kung ba't ito ang binili ko. Ito ang binili ko kasi ito ang gusto ko. We'll make it as simple as that. Okay? So, first we go to the bumper. Ang bumper ay TJM, made in Australia. Okay? Marami siyang mga other leading brands na kasabay niya sa market, pero ito ang binili ko. Bakit? Well, let's just leave it that way, no? I'm happy to say na okay ang kanyang performance, wala siyang vibration, magandang kanyang mounting, sentro-sentro, eskwalado lahat. Although wala pa akong nabangga rito, pero ang ibig ko sabihin, it looks very sturdy. Sa ilaw naman, okay, I'm using a 9-inch Dominator LED. Now, this is rated up to 1.3 kilometers distance, and it is also IP68, meaning waterproof ho siya. Kahit ilublob sa tubig ng 1 metro at paanda rin ng 1 hour to na nakasindi, it can hold up. Also, one of my latest addition is a Revo Bush Ranger 12,000 pound winch with synthetic rope. Actually, wala akong intention talagang bumili na winch kasi I don't go hard trailing or four-wheeling. I just go overlanding, simple camping. Pero napag-isip-isip ko, since I go solo, camping with my driver, siyempre, I have to have someone with me in case there's something goes wrong with your engine or what. So you need I need a third eye or a dead eye, so to speak, no. So sabi ko sa sarili ko, pag ako nabalahaw diyan sa bundok, at least I can pull myself out of that bogged down situation. Now underneath here, I have 240-watt driving lights. It's pretty decent. Waterproof siya. Malinaw siya actually, no? Kahit hindi mo na gamitin to, actually, bihira nga magamit to, siguro lang pag madaling araw kang tumatakbo sa bundok, walang tao, yun, masarap gamitin to. But on the highway, medyo it's a no-no dahil grabe ang lakas nito. Kahit saan mo to itapat, kahit diretso yan, pag nasalubong mo ito, kahit malayo, nakakasilaw talaga. Okay? Tapos, underneath, dito sa ilalim, okay, meron tayong UBP, Under Vehicle Protection by ARB. Yan. Bakit ARB ang kinuha ko? Gusto ko lang ang design niya. That's it, no? I will not say why I got it. I'm not comparing it with any other leading brand. There are also other leading brands in the market which is also at par or as equal with this ARB. Ayan, so ang bumper TJM, ang UBP ay tawag dito ang bumper TJM, ang pang-ilalim ko is ARB. Okay, my tires, okay. Yung tires ko is Falken 175 by 70 by 17. For a 175, mukha siyang malaki. Yun lang napansin ko, no? Comparing this with other brands, of course, pare-pareho naman 175, 70, 17 yan. Pero pag tiningnan mo, parang malaki ang diameter to ng konti. Siguro, I don't know if it's the illusion, but it looks big. Okay? Yung aking shock absorber, okay, is Ride Max. Oh, yan ang binili ko. Marami pang ibang mas mahal dyan, pero based on my budget and based on its usage and review, it stands up good, no? Maybe I've traveled around 4,000 kilometers using this off-road, in the mountains, rough road, you know, uphill, downhill, certain corrugations, okay siya. Yung coil spring ko ay Kings, no? This is Adventure Kings. Marami akong produkto dito na gawa ng Kings, eh. Shout out sa iyo, Joel. I'm not paid, pero talagang nagkataon na Kings ang mga binibili ko mga produkto. Oo. So, ayan. Ito, going to the side awning. Itong side awning ko, the brand is Outlander, no? Again, maraming choices to choose from. Pero ito, itim ang kulay niya. Ang napansin ko, pag itim, it dissipates heat. Hindi siya masyadong nag-a-absorb ng heat, no? And I'm pretty happy with it. Some people are asking, don't you want to go 270 awning? No, it's not my type. Why? I have my reasons, no? Kasi, ang 270 madaling buksan, pero yung naka-extend sa kanya, kakaperanggot lang. Unlike ito, ano ito? 2.5 meters all the way, no? So, malaki ang kinakasakupan niya. You can put a tent down here, a chair, a dining table. Yung kasi mga paikot, yes, may iikutan niya lahat hanggang likod, pero the depth of the awning is not as much compared to this. Okay? Moving on. Itong aking crossbar, hindi naman siya masyadong mahal, hindi naman masyadong mura. Okay? The brand is Autorock. You can also lock it. Meron din susi ito. Kung ang pinag-uusapan pwede bang susian? Yes, pwedeng susian to. Okay, my recovery board naman is a generic one. Quite frankly, I don't even know if I'm going to use this in my lifetime. Hindi ko pa nga nagagamit ito. Okay? Of course, why will I buy a recovery board just to bog myself down and be able to utilize and use this? No? It's just there when you need it. Kasagasaan mo lang naman to actually. No? So, better to have it when you need it than need it and then you don't have it. No? Same with the winch. Ganun din. So, well, I have my shovel there. Okay, here. I have my canopy. This canopy is made of aluminum, tried and tested, waterproof. I did my own body wash, pressurized. It's really sealed, no? Water does not get inside. And this is made or distributed by Camp Industries. Okay, I went all the way to Sariaya, Quezon to have this installed. Together with the canopy, I bought a separate crossbar in which to mount my RTT. The crossbar is also the same brand. It's very sturdy and durable. Ang kapal niya. So, yung crossbar, nakakabit nung sa taas ng railing. Yan, see? Kapal niyan, matibay yan. Subok na rin yan. See? So dito, okay, dito sa likod niya, meron tayong tow hitch, no? This is a ball hitch, but definitely, you do not tow using the ball hitch. That's a no-no. Ito, kung mapapansin nyo, medyo mahaba. I bought this in Sydney, Australia in 2004. Kung makikita niyo mga ibang binebenta dito, may iiksi lang ito, mahaba. So, it gives you more added protection. Tapos, kinabitan ko siya ng 10,000 pound na tow hook. Meron pa isa rito. Ayan. Ayan, oh. Meron pang isa ritong tow hook sa ilalim. So, ayan. Pang-recover yan. Pag may hihilahin ka, you can attach it there or attach it here. But never here, of course. Okay? Now, dito, going back, ito makikita nyo, meron siyang, if you stand here, you can use this as a ladder to get something on top. And here, okay, we have a king's shower tent. Okay, so if you need to shower, ito siya, meron tayong things na shower tent. So let me open it up for you para makita ninyo, no? Ayan. So ito siya. So unravel mo ng ganyan. Okay. Tapos ito. Ayan. Bubuksan mo siya ng ganyan, no? See? Meron ka ng shower room. Yeah, see? So this is made by Kings. Okay? Ayan. So, you can already use this to shower. So that's just about it. So these are the simple mods that I have placed on my pickup. So there you have it, the shower tent. And by the way, if you will notice, I have my water port, no? So when I wash the dishes, yan, may laman na tubig na yan. Tapos ito yung hose ng aking air compressor, which is here. Ito yung aking air compressor. Yan, naka-attach na siya dyan sa tambol ng pickup. Because the fender well of the pickup is already dead space. So I just hung my King's air compressor there. Now, going to the suspension again, as I've said earlier, I'm using a Adventure Kings coil spring, and Ride Max, no, with a 4-way adjustment. Now, when I first had this setup, I went for the add a lift, but it proved to be flimsy because the lift that they added was really very small, no, short. So what I did, I added one more lift to the main lift spring. I bought this raw actually, no. Yung nabili ko, mahaba siya. Ako na nagputol. And then I drilled a center hole for the center bolt. Kasi actually, if you notice, yung center bolt hindi naman eksaktong sa center yan eh. Posibleng to the left or to the right of the center bolt, posibleng mas mahaba yung kabila kaysa sa kabila. So ito, nagdagdag ko ng isang madre dito na mataba. Kaya siya umangat ng ganito. As a compensation, pag nagbiyahe ako, dahil pag ako umaalis, punong-puno ako. Actually, I bring around 60 liters of diesel fuel, 80 liters of gray water, and 40 liters of drinking water. And that's quite heavy, Now, if you look under, you can see the suspension and the lifting block. You can see the lifting block here, Yung lifting block niyan, ako rin gumawa niyan. Actually, pati yung U-bolt, nagpalit ako ng mahaba to accommodate a thicker lip spring. So, kung mapapansin nyo rito, ayan, mas mataas ng konti yung likod. Lahat naman halos ng pickup talaga, factory-wise, the back is really a little bit higher than the front to accommodate the payload para pag sinakyan mo, halos magpapantay na siya, Pero ako, talaga pag ako umaalis, punong-puno ako. I have all my food, my water, all the essentials, my cookware, kompleto yan, I can stay in the mountains up to 2 weeks straight, no problem, At least yung aking power station would last for 10 days, and then should the power recede, I can charge it using the solar panel. So, that's just about it. Thank you. Ang masasabi ko lang talaga, yung mga na-review ko ngayon, it really works, Proven na yan. So, yung canopy, wala siyang tulo. It's made of aluminum. Meron na akong water system dyan, kompleto. May solar. Meron akong power station, suspension-wise, tires, bull bar, and the winch, Actually, if you look at the pickup, mapapansin nyo rito na wala siyang roof rack, Because, I don't know, pero, well, for me, it will not necessitate me putting something on top of the roof. Okay na yan, Meron akong recovery board dyan. Tapos dyan nakamount yung aking side awning. Meron akong shovel, Kasi sa mga nabasa ko, you can check it out. I will put it in the description. Ang sinasabi sa nung mga Australian na mga off-roader or overlander, na ang bubong ng Hilux, it can only be good for 75 kilos. Static yan, Yan yung nakapara. Tapos, well, it's actually between 75 to 150 kilos depending on the brand of the pickup, It doesn't mean just because the roof is long or wider, it can accommodate a heavier load. Maglalagay ka rito ng mga kung ano-ano. But of course, it's again a matter of preference. In my case, wala akong linalagay dyan. At the same time, pag gusto kong punasan yung bubong, pwede kong dukutin. Okay? Ang mabigat lang talaga dito ay yung RTT ko, which is Mammoth, by Adventure Kings. Meron siyang unextend, So pag nakabukas na yung RTT na yan, on the side, meron siyang unextend, It can accommodate 3 to 4 people if you will really squeeze them in. But kung dalawa lang, super comfortable. And the ladder is inside the annex so that when you go up to the RTT, hindi ka mababasa ng ulan. Should it be raining. tayo sa likod ng pickup. So, ito yung ref ko. As you can see, meron siyang pull-out drawer. Kagandahan nito, pag binuksan mo siya, ayan, nakikita mo kung ano yung kukunin mo sa loob. Okay? Very convenient. Hindi na siya kailangan ibaba. Nagtataka ako bakit yung mga ibang camper, punong-puno itong ref nyo, bubuhatin pa, ibababa pa. Biro mo ang bigat niyan, punong-puno ng pagkain to, ng beer, whatever, you know. Tapos, posible bang mabasa ng ulan yan, no? Kagandahan nito, ito, no? Pagkatapos mo kunin yung kukunin mo, nasisilip mo rito, you can put it back in. Ayan, see? Very convenient. Ito naman, okay, ito yung aking power solution. This is a 280 ampere hour, 3,500 watt hour na power station. Okay, ito, kinuha ko ito to power my ref, no? Ito, umaandar to Monday pa. Today is already Thursday. And actually, this is good for 10 days. Nasubukan ko nito, no? The remaining capacity of this now is 227.9 ampere hour. And now, it is drawing 3.3 amperes of power from this source going to the ref. Now, when you charge the power station via the solar, you can also see the state of charge. Now, in terms of percentage, you can see it's 81.4% left out of 100%. So, dito lang makikita nyo na napaka lakas nitong battery solution na ito. Okay? Ako, when I go to camp, meron akong isang power station. Pagka charge ko yung ref ko, 2 araw lang, nauubos na. So, I am compelled to use my PV200 Bluetti solar station. The problem is, if there is no sun, so where do you get your power? Well, you have no choice but to start the engine and let it run for about an hour to charge the ref. Because for me, the most important factor is the ref. Kasi nandyan ang pagkain nyo, nandyan ang iluluto nyo, masisira ang mga karne, ang mga gulay, ang mga isda, whatever, no? Even the cooked meals will spoil. So, I can use my Bluetti, for example, to charge my cell phone, my drone batteries. So, it's not that critical. So, for me, ang importante lahat ay yung pagkain. And of course, to have a cold drink, water, or beer, or what have you. So with that, what can I say? Well, ang masasabi ko lang, this is a very good alternative to your power solutions when you go out camping. Off-grid, when you stay for more than a week. Mga 10 days yan, subok na yan, 10 days. After 10 days, pwede mo na siyang i-charge, no? O kaya, pag tumatakbo ka, you have a DC to DC charger, pupunuin to, at the same time, sinacharge din yung iyong refrigerator. So, I can totally recommend this. In case you guys are interested to purchase this from the supplier, all you can do is include the discount code C-Villanueva Vlog to get a 2,000 rebate on this item. They have at least 2 models to choose from. This is the top of the line, which is 280 ampere hour. Medyo malaki to. Well, for me, this is what I got. Now, as a disclaimer, gentlemen, I would like to say that I am not sponsored in any way or paid to do this ad. I bought this with my own money. So, lahat po ng nakikita nyo rito, wala akong sponsorship.